You can see Valde's just keeping the CTs honest at the moment, offering some grenades towards that mid position while they start to poke and prod in. And here's the initial exchange of Julies again. Exile only good for one though. Shiro's going to have some work to do. A nice pop from him. The bomb's dropped and then collected again. Will they commit to the bomb plant? Looks like they will do as these CTs start to stream in. 3 in a row. One left to go forward and try and make some space for them. So far so good as Snappy is forced back. 4 versus 2 now for Cloud9. Made 1. Snappy's got so many heads to find. Nobody on the bomb just yet, but they're starting to creep forward as well. Do they prioritize the kill here? We've got almost 2 men swinging. Snappy won't be able to get anything more. Cloud9 start with the pistol round.
Back to the A site again from ENCE. Similar utility coming into the site, and it might be a similar setup from Cloud9, but this time Axel fights first and takes down 2.
Sight of the bomb means rotation. There were 3 players on the other side of the map for Cloud9, but they are holding their own anyway. Just the 1 kill for ENCE so far. That's not going to be enough. Bomb plant is possible now as Snappy finds a headshot on Exile, but he will be denied as the cavalry comes through. So the clean sheet remains for Cloud9.
Cloud9, you can see, looking very relaxed. Maybe not relaxed, though, because there's a quick B play at the ready.
That's very fortunate for Cloud9, but look at the swarm of ENCE players. They've got to find some more kills. The trades are here eventually. 1v3, though. Sampayas has found himself a nice, juicy weapon, and down goes Nafany. Big damage already, and maybe a chance to win the round. Getting dinked through the corner of the wall, surely, with only 17 damage done. Sampayas is 1 versus 2. He knows every second that goes, it's going to be harder to win this round. He's got to find Buster soon. Misses the no-scope. The USP will do the job. Time is running low, and it's time to commit. We've got 5 players making their way into the A-bomb site here. Big trouble for the CTs, but they'll deliver. Exile by the pillar. Look at the cross he has from Shiro. Never mind. The shrapnel will take him down. Shiro needs to deliver now. He's buying time for his team to rotate, trying to find an angle for a grenade, but there are 14 seconds to plant this bomb. Nafany goes down. Valde 4 HP again. 1 versus 3. Now none versus 3. They can't get that all-important consecutive round. Cloud9 avoid going to eco and have survived with 3. A lot of grenades have been dropped in that T-nest of grenades for the executing. So they can do chain flashes for days, I would imagine. Exile is here though, he's got 2 kills now, looking for a 3rd one. There it is. And Shiro's just holding an angle in the meantime, and he'll drop the AK to him. This could collapse now. If they see Exile dead on the kill feed later on, do they think the AK is down? Do they think they can run in? If they exit the bomb site, they lose rifles as well. There's a lot of problems here for ENCE, regardless of what they choose to do. We can see the angles are being held now. Nafany, he could even potentially hold a pixel angle and go for something dirty. He'll have some sound cues from Snappy. They know at least one of the 2 remaining players is here. Do they go and get a 2nd rifle? There is a risk. Nafany doesn't see anything. They know that they're coming now. Down goes Axel. Do they think the AK is down? Because it's in the hands of Shiro. He's good for 1. 1v1 now as Nafany comes in with the flank. Is he expecting this Snappy? Does he look everywhere except behind him? Oh, Nafany's coming. He's done half the job, and there's the rest of it. We said it was still dangerous. That was a must-win for ENCE, but they failed to do it. The eco round, the hero round. Talk about Hall of Heroes. Exile was already leading with the frags. That has got to be frustrating for ENCE.
Cloud9 still have their own map pick coming up. They're already 11-3 up. And a lot of Anubis games we've seen so far have had really solid T sides. Not here for ENCE. They've been destroyed by Cloud9.
Exile 17 for 7, but now Shiro is 17 for 4, and Hobbit's trying to catch up as well. ENCE are being dismantled like Lego at the moment. Dihar, Snappy, Sampayas remain, and you can see how desperate things are to try and find something in one of these rounds. Find an opening, find a chance, find a way to pull rotation, something, but they are being denied. All the doors are being closed by Cloud9. Not a fan of exit rows. Snappy and Sampayas remain, and now it's just Sampayas with the AWP. Been spotted with the jump, and now he knows his time is limited. The sun will go down early for him in round number 15 as the trade comes in from none other than Hobbit for a monstrous half from Cloud9.
This could be brutal.
mans, as we say in London. 4-man on road for ENCE in the A bomb site, and there's a lot of junk coming their way. But that is a choke point, which may be challenging to defeat. They have to try and abuse those numbers, but they go into the crossfire. And ENCE will have a very good time of things so far. They've got a bomb as well. Those Julies only require 1 or 2 shots from Diha, saying Dzień dobry to Buster. Shiro now has got much work to do. 1 minute to find 4 players. The bomb's committed in the bomb sites as well, so he won't be too much of a surprise when he finally appears. We'll see if he can add to his tally. A great start from ENCE, and Diha will deliver.
Like, even if I had $300 exactly, I'd still want to get one, because it feels so much better than the Glock.
It's perfect.
Ooh, hello, and goodbye to Madden. Oh, and another tag from Shiro.
Yeah, things are getting nervous now. 20 seconds on the clock to plant the bomb. Don't see that happening anytime soon, but the damage might be enough. So ENCE are somewhat blind now. They could be collapsed upon. There are still 2 players towards the other side of the map, so they could be in a lot of trouble here. St. Pius will deliver first. Diha having a look, somewhat blind, but we've got 3 C9 players looking for a plan B now. 16 seconds. Is there time for this? Martin swinging. And he will be traded, but surely they can't make it to the bomb site. This should be 3 kills for Snappy. He just waits until the right time. Oh, he's got to look to his right. No, hold on a second. This is turning around. They've planted the bomb. 2 versus 3 for Cloud9. Buster and the big AWP on Shiro. Again, they play together. They play for a crossfire. Down goes St. Pius. The numbers are even now, but only for a time. Valde has to clutch it. How have they done this, Cloud9? From pillar to post, from site to site. They force their way in, use the trade frags, and off they go. It's almost like a game of lemmings now, but they're not trying to save them, ENCE. They're trying to eliminate them instead. An AK's been collected by Shiro, and now the round might be dangerous. Maybe it won't be, though, as he will be taken down by Diha. 4 versus 3. Nafni collected the rifle. Rifle lost. And now it's just down to Hobbit. They'll take 2 players and plant the bomb, so they've done enough to push forward. If you're joining us late, it's the pick of ENCE. But Cloud9 had the lion's share of the rounds in the first half. ENCE on a catch-up, and it is possible, but he can't make any more mistakes. St. Pius trying to get away, but he'll be denied. The numbers game being abused by the T side of Cloud9. Into the bomb site they go. 4 versus 3 now, as ENCE try to make some space for themselves.
Yeah, they try and switch it up and put the AWP here instead, but it doesn't make a difference. Thankfully, Valde fights ahead of the smoke, but he will be traded. And now ENCE have to figure out, can they use this utility to try and get back in? They have to try this. Kit on Snappy's back, a couple of pieces of utility, but Cloud9 are just tucking tail and not giving up anything for free. Finally, Diha rounds the corner, but 2 players below him. Not easy to clear and not easy to deal with Shiro. Cloud9 take it 16-10, showing us that their Anubis is not to be trifled with.
He is asynchronous with them. He's looking really good with these Julies in Game 1 and Game 2, but there's more work to be done here.
Smoke up on long, but St. Pius is not playing behind it. He is playing from Arch, and he's able to get 1. Molly might not do enough here. Snappy and Madden both here to stop the cross. A clean shot from Snappy leaves Buster all alone. The most recent addition would need to ace, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it here. They're surrounding him. They're pushing him from all sides, almost playing with him at the end there as ENCE pick up a solid pistol. Clearly the plan going right early.
I was once in a motel in San Diego.
A cool place.
I was speaking at a Comic-Con panel. I was watching Counter-Strike on a CRT television.
Damn.
Yeah, so that was probably the most unusual place. I was mostly watching the door to see if I was going to be murdered, though. It's one of those kinds of places.
Snappy wants his ace. Oh, Buster denies it. So rude. Picks up the dig briefly, but the anti-eco going about as you would expect. Still enough money for the buy. Here's a run boost. St. Pius wants the early action, and there's no AWP up against him. He's got free reign at long range. Ooh. Actually landed that shot, I think, onto Axile, just through the wall.
Ooh, that grenade. Oh, man, I thought you had that one. Buster will be traded, though, but that's an early disadvantage for ENCE. You can see Cloud9 try to take the advantage. Fishing for a second frag. We'll see St. Pius is rotating over. He's got a flashbang, not sure if it'll come in time. Now Snappy might be able to bait them forward, actually. St. Pius will post up, looking for a jump or a boost. Completely rotating position. Confident in Pius now, posted up with the AWP. Hasn't been seen yet towards the B-bomb site. Cloud9 just cutting noise and holding position for now. Hobbit still lurking towards A, but how do they get back into this game?
There's been a lot of discussion in the past about Cloud9 being a team willing to go for those dry peaks and whether it works or not. And in that round, for Nafany, it did not pay off for him. He pushed alone, he went down, but Hobbit's position could still be scary. Aggression's coming in. Actually, he hasn't spotted the aggression. Oh, but now he will, and they're both in their backs turned. Hobbit takes down 2, and now they can bring the bomb back to A. 25 seconds to do it.
There must have been a sound cue. Unbelievable opportunity. Hobbit's patience pays off, but D-Heart is still here. They might think the bomb site is free. Will they even check it properly? Shiro's running in with the bomb in his hands on double stack, though. D-Heart can do nothing about that. He has to play off of his teammate here.
They have no clue.
Pius has to find something. He's got to find a way. He's got to get close enough. When D-Heart pulls the trigger, down goes Shiro. There's a surprise. Exile takes down Pius. 1 versus 2 now. D-Heart touches the bomb. 10 HP. He needs someone to peek. They have to peek him. He will be denied, though. That was a nervous one.
Shiro is picking up that AWP on the T side. Some teams like to rock the full rifles instead on this map. Here's Madden up close, caught in the corner. Buster actually bails on it, so they're going to allow Madden to stay safe for now. And he dodges all those nades really well.
Yeah, Cloud9 looked like they thought they were walking into a trap. But they've escaped into a trap of grenades as we see Bust falling. Probably thinking, if he's there by the sandbag, somebody must be around the corner. Disengage, disengage, disengage into the grenades. Nothing but pain can come from that. And yes, the AWP on the T side of Inferno is a lot stronger after you plant the bomb. That's where the real magic happens.
And that's what Shiro's so good at as a player, but he doesn't often play for the picks himself. Maybe needs to in this round because they are a man down early. Or maybe it will just be the execute instead from Cloud9, trying to see if they can get him into one of those post plants.
He's so insanely fast with the AWP. Maybe we'll see a glimpse of that in the remainder of this round. Pius moving into CT spawn. He's got no flashes to throw from the well position. So Snappy and Martin won't get any help from him. Making his way towards the coffins though. Maybe that smoke will be gone soon. Bomb thrown from A to B. Exile didn't realize Snappy was there, and he's really making this work for his team. Finding a third frag as the bomb is planted. They didn't check it properly. A bait setup on the site from the CTs, and that allowed them to win the round easily.
Oh boy, this is far forward from Hobbit. He hasn't got any help right now. A rotate is coming. He's got to be careful. He finally tucks back into the corner, but the rotate won't arrive in time. It's Hobbit who has to do work, and he does get a double. Bomb site will be falling shortly, but now the CTs start to arrive, and that bomb still needs to go down here.
Waiting patiently for the smoke before crossing. That makes a difference for ENCE. 3 versus 4. That clock is ticking. All coming from CT. That is not known just yet, though. Got D-Heart trying to keep Banana honest, but he's close enough to the side to help out. That is quite the grenade onto Snappy, though. 23 HP. There is an incendiary to be thrown by Nafany as well. When does the push come from Cloud9? That is the question. Nafany's one of the kids, so keep an eye on where he is. He's the one who has to get on this bomb as well. Buster dropped. Here is the trade, though. Down goes Exile. Nafany's still standing for now. There he is. There he goes. And it's too late for Shiro to clutch this round. He will die to the bomb. Can he take anybody with him? He can, but they will lose everything as ENCE win the round.
Nades start to come up, and it is a very passive setup from the CTs. Not fighting for top mid, instead playing back. And losing the early fight.
Big numbers here for ENCE. I was going to ask if 3 was enough for Cloud9, but now it's 2. They've got problems. I'm not sure they can find a crossfire hero either, but they will get some kills. A grenade and a rifle frag from Exile. He's got more to do, but he won't be able to do it. Shiro will finish Valde off, though. The bomb's been dropped, collected now, and dropped again. Cloud9 are holding on to this round at least. Pius in a 1 versus 2. 18 seconds, and he may choose to disengage. Well, that's the first round for Cloud9 in this half. The first of many that are required. So we'll see if they can find any momentum, but that was so awkward for Cloud9, so dangerous. especially after losing their first player on the A bomb site. 3 from Shiro to help them move to 8. Top mid, sorry. And they've got 4 players towards the A bomb site. Maybe with that, they're starting to wonder. No sound cues at all. And not 1, but 2 players will start a rotation towards this B position. Now, do ENCE understand the trajectory of that smoke grenade? Does that mean that more players are coming in? Reinforcements are coming in? Does that matter? 35 seconds on the clock. No lurker towards A for ENCE. It's going to be the B bomb site here. Nafany has that flashbang. Here it comes, there it goes, and it was too early. They're not pushing in just yet. Now the T utility comes through, and that will do the job. Down goes Hobbit, completely blind, but there are more to deal with. Nafany will be dealt with as well. Buster, is this the end of the line? He's dropped a bomb in the pool, actually, so maybe there's something to be done here. 8 seconds, but they can't find an angle to stop this bomb plant. 2 versus 3. Should have grenades at the back of the site now. He has to clutch it just to stay alive. 1v3, bomb planted, no kit. Shiro just waiting for the smoke to go. So frustrating for him. Walking into a crossfire. Scoping in. Does he find the first one? No. Valde with the swing, and that will be that. ENCE take Inferno, and they force Vertigo versus Cloud9. As Cloud9 start to build the wall of smokes. We're going to see that a lot in this game of Vertigo, excuse me.
And Cloud9 not dissuaded by the fact that they lose that first player, sticking with the plan. Fake plant comes in to potentially bait out nades, but we've got a flash from Mad, and I wonder if ENCE want to fight for this.
There's the flash, and there is the swing. So far, so good. Valde delivers the headshot, and there's more to come. Advantage ENCE, and they are really taking this by storm. Buster's got so much to do, trying to isolate fights here the best he can, but Dihar coming in again with the Julies. He's so comfortable with them, and that will be a strong pistol round taken by ENCE.
Oi.
Could be in some trouble there as the numbers come through. Oh, there's big trouble now. One more player remains on this bomb site for the CTs of ENCE, and Pirates will be traded. 2 versus 3, heavily tagged Cloud9. It's winnable for ENCE, but it's already a scenario where they've taken too much damage. Valde's turn with the grenades now. Or is it? Dihar finds 2. Where is Exile, though? Often the sorest pain point. Delivering the frags for Cloud9, starting to swing now, finds the first headshot. He has the 1v1 he was looking for. Goes back to the well for Valde as well, and he is delivered in the clutch to steal the round away from ENCE. USPs are out for ENCE. Things have not gone their way. Essentially fisticuffs in a round such as this. Shiro is there to clean up, get that bonus money for the AWP. Dihar's got no choice but to eat that grenade. He'll eat some Glock action afterwards. Well, things have stabilized in the short term for Cloud9.
As we get back into the server, but you don't need a kit when you get an early kill like that. Axile caught on the edge of the smoke, and now Nafany also wants to make a play back for Cloud9. Ooh, that timing's fantastic. Madden completely caught out.
That shows some promise. Dihar won't get traded in mid either. Snappy is here as well. And Hobbit finds himself versus a great many opponents. He does not have the bomb, but really he needs to try and find some kills here. Down to 12 HP, gets his bell rung. And it looks like this is going to be a tooth and nail fight by both teams on Vertigo, at least for this half. The money will allow Cloud9 for the most part to have another buy. But Hobbit could do with holding on to this. I mean, with all of 12 HP, he may not feel like he has much choice, but his choice is maybe taken away by Dihar. Also in the red, though. Man on the run. Well, consider it a tactical timeout. Time to discuss the next round.
I don't think this is a very safe house for a man on the run. Not a roomy one either. Oh. Okay, you take that, but you get traded.
Yeah, this is an unhappy situation when you've got mostly a bunch of Glocks and you're just running at people with rifles. Not my idea of fun. Not quite a party.
Oh, pop.
Not quite a party at all.
Quite a few players going up that ladder. Looks likely to be some sort of mid-call from Cloud9 here while faking some ramp presence.
Look at this denial of information. They don't have the angles to understand if anybody is by that ramp. And now we've got 3 men moving through mid. Maybe at best 2 were seen on the kill cam there as Dihar needs some help. That's bomb dropped by Snappy. A crucial frag. Valde holds his position as well. And ENCE find themselves at a man advantage. Shiro collects the bomb, but he's got to run through smoke and hope for the best. Denied by Valde, who's in a great position. He's got a wall to his right-hand side and teammates in tow. 4 versus 2 for ENCE as they look to take the lead once again. Axal's got something to say about it though. Valde's done all he has to do in this round now. Hobbit starting to creep forward. 30 seconds on the clock to try and rescue this bomb. He may be betrayed by his shadow. Throwing a Molotov, using great angles as well. Down goes Snappy. Hobbit, such experience on his shoulders. They make it a 2 versus 2. They turned it around. They've got the advantage now. Axal dropping St. Pius. Madden's in the clutch. How did this happen? 1v1. Hobbit half health. Madden almost full. Hobbit has to be careful how he moves again. Creeping, but Madden is ready for it. What a back and forth. Every round is so close in this game.
It has been nice seeing ENCE not really scared at all of Cloud9, playing with a lot of confidence here. Pius showing that with the swing. Snappy here to help, and Pius lands the close range shot. So even though one is brought back from Cloud9, they lose the early trade, and wow, Pius gets swung on. I thought that was his fight all day long. It was a Galil.
Axal is ready with the Galil. I always wonder how many people practice with the FAMAS, with the Galil. Axal looks like he practices with everything. He has been important today, but his work is not done by any means. 47 seconds on the clock. May feel like an eon for ENCE with 3 players remaining. See the boost looking for info, but Dihar is playing from further away.
Oh, that's not a flash.
It's not a flash at all. It's a very expensive flashbang, and it doesn't go pop in the same way.
Dihar's got time to throw fireworks mid-round.
26 seconds on the clock. Dihar slightly on fire now, forced back further. But there is a flank on the way from Valde with the AUG no less. That scope could be glorious. Won't even need it for Hobbit though. Bombs planted just in time. Valde at the back. At least one at the front. That is a huge frag. Of course, it's Axal with the clutch frag, but Martin will replace Valde. Almost a bait set up there. And now Buster's in a 1 versus 2. Won't work out for him as Dihar comes through, and ENCE will extend their lead.
Nice information play from Valde. You'll see that mid is clear, but it might make him further away on the rotate. If ENCE could delay on this A site, though, there's a chance he might flank down in behind.
Nice ladder work from Valde, but they have already climbed to the top. Cloud9 on this bomb site. Dihar putting in work. Madden's here as well, traded by Shiro. Have they done another 2 on 2?
Yeah, Dihar should just survive here. Valde's flank looks so strong.
Yeah, susceptible to a flank once again. Will they be ready for it at this timing? Oh, he's run out of bullets, I think, Nafany, and there goes Shiro as well. Dihar with a number of kills. Retake territory for Cloud9. They've only got a flash though, no smoke grenades. Nafany with that 1 flash, and they've lost Shiro early. 2 pairs of dual Bretters or dual elites, depending on when you start playing CS. You can see it being lined up there, but they're going to have to wipe out the defense of ENCE here, because otherwise this is not happening. The dualies get nothing done. Buster patiently trying to find these headshots. There's one, but there's so much more to do. They don't have a kit for this defuse, so this would be absolutely wild. But now it's just down to the last Glock-wielding player, and he's being baited, he is being delayed. They won't let him get around the corner. But will there be time to find the defuse? Madden is being teased, and they'll just about get there. No kit, no smokes, no worries for Cloud9.
Or maybe it's just because they have the 2 rifles in this round. Who the hell knows?
That may be the case.
Dihar's feeling it right now, man.
He really is. You love to see the confidence. Just run with the momentum. Snappy's here as well, but Buster's found 2 now with this rifle. Shiro outmaneuvered there by Marden. But it's still competitive. 2 versus 2. This could be the round for Cloud9. Buster Creeping with the AK, catching Modern completely off guard. What happened there? St. Pius through the smoke, and a round's been stolen by Cloud9.
Shiro just playing from sandbags with the sniper. There is a player about to creep round this corner, and Shiro spots him. Madden's been going for that aggressive play a couple of times. Cloud9 clearly wise to his tricks, but Hobbit has caught out himself, and now Cloud9 may just have to give up on ramp. As soon as you lose one player, those crossfires are nowhere near as strong. And ENCE look like they want to commit to this. They're using some utility onto this A site.
Yeah, and Cloud9 can hear this, but I was going to say it might be limited in how far they can fall back, but there's so much being thrown onto this bomb site. How do you even comment for this action? Shiro has the angle, no comps needed, just AWP flicks. 2 remain for ENCE now as they look to lose the lead here. Shiro creating some space for himself. They could creep through that though. Dihar on the site now looking for 2, unable to find it. Snappy in a 1 versus 3. Moving around the ramp, that bomb is fully committed, which means he is as well. Spotted at the back, tagged down to 30. Life just gets more and more difficult for Snappy and for ENCE as they lose the lead.
ENCE have had no answers.
Once again, at a absolute minimum, ENCE must plant the bomb to have a full buy at 12:15, should that be the case. If they don't do that, life is going to be even more difficult. But let's see what happens in this one. Maybe it doesn't get that far.
Oh, Dihar's beating them. They don't realize Dihar's so far up. He double entries onto the B site, and that might be the round right there and then. Rotate arriving. Finally, Hobbit puts a stop to the bleeding, but it's still Cloud9 down a man.
Considering their options now, seems that nobody else was close enough to Dihar. Just went for a jog.
I love it from Dihar, though. He's been the one winning them rounds. Take initiative. Make the play if you've got the timing window.
Snappy offering utility towards B just to keep people there a little longer. But have a look at this position on A. It's Shiro, but he misses a flick. Huge headshot from St. Pius. A brave peek and a great result for ENCE. 4 versus 2. There is life in ENCE yet. Pressure is high for them now as they press on to this A bomb site. St. Pius finds another one, and that has to be the round over.
Big step up from ENCE in this one. Individuals making the difference. That swing from St. Pius, so risky to swing into that angle against the AWP. Feels so favorable for the sniper, but not meant to beat. And now Hobbit caught out at the end, unable to save himself.
I feel like I'm in a maths class right now. So many players coming their way. Finally, Snappy will say hello and goodbye in this round as Cloud9 look for match point. They've got the opening frag, but Hobbit has been dropped. Starting to swing now around the side our end. Shiro delivers as that flashbang pops. Bomb spotted, full rotation on the way. Axal has to get here ASAP.
Shiro still on shore, eventually goes down. That's the fact they needed, but they need to know there's one more man there. They've got him trapped in, but it doesn't matter. Buster comes up onto the site, and St. Pius might simply have to watch. It's a 1v3 to try and bring it back, and only 22 seconds to do it. There's the first, but 2 separate angles. Surely the trade comes in. He gets the chance for the second, but Axile confirms 15 for Cloud9, and 2 chances to confirm their spots.
Buster staying close to the A-bomb site as well, so there are 3 players if required. But for now, it'll be the grenades doing the work.
Cloud9 still competing for ramp, but ENCE are about to hit them. Oh, and Hobbit just swings with the FAMAS. Huge fight to win. Nade finally finishes the job. But it's a man advantage for Cloud9. ENCE using a smoke to that right side. Do they want to commit off the back of this, though, because the CTs are still stacked here?
Axal's made his way over as well. So on the bomb side, we have a 3-on-3 situation. Axal trying to stay alive here as Valde finds angles. Plenty of time on the clock. But the urgency will feel very real. Buster dropped in isolation, smokes up, bomb getting planted now. Grenades flying through, and so are the CTs. No bomb plant for you, say Cloud9. Second attempt from Valde, inviting a peek. Have a look at this boost from Shiro, though. He's almost in the ceiling, even though there is none. Valde, 1 versus 2. They're lining up for him, and Shiro's here to trade. Cloud9 make it to the group stage of Katowice.